going on, guys? Not harvesting it because I can. Pretty easy answer to that. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the course play. Also, you can adjust the worker wages. These guys are only making like 20 bucks an hour, 35 on overtime, so. Without course play, it'd be pretty boring for single player. You know, when you do multiplayer, half the time, you know, there's a whole lot of people there. You have to go into the LUA files in the course play mod and adjust the values. You can use the find function and look for a wage. Eventually you'll come up to like a $12.50 an hour wage rate, and you can adjust that to whatever you want. I mean, is there any reason why we would do any spraying here in the fall? I don't think so, unless we're trying to kill some stuff. Make the enzymes, you know, break up some of the residue a little bit more here. But this guy's doing his own thing here. So once we're done, I'm not sure if we'll be able to do any disking. I'd like to get a field or two discs before the ground freezes. Maybe it makes sense to do that in the spring. As for what we're going to be doing during the winter, I really don't have a good idea. You know, I'd mow some ditches here or something, but during the winter the grass gets killed off anyways. Anyways, how's everyone's Saturday going? I just finished work, so I should be kind of working on the map here, but I'm not really in the mood to work on houses and trees and decorations. So. I feel like we need to convert the soybeans over to a dark straw instead of a light straw. It's a little too light for me. So we're just gonna copy the that. They probably won't take effect until we kind of make some changes here. But I just think this chop straw is maybe a little too light. Maybe it's just my monitor. What's going on, Riley? So hopefully we can fill up our grain cart here, sending our truck to the farm. So it sounds like there's been quite a few updates on 19, you know, the whole like buying land and building a farm and separate accounts for multiplayer, separate farms for multiplayer, some updates to like paintware for like, you know, plows and stuff. Sounds like they're kind of working on the rain through buildings and whatnot. Couple other updates, you know, who knows, you know, I guess we'll have to wait and see a couple more months here when the game comes out, but sounds like they're making some decent progress on some issues. They're adding some new features. Sounds like they're not going to really, you know, sounds like there's quite a few features that we wanted that aren't going to be in it. I really hope they kind of improve the Giants editor here to kind of use more processing power from the CPU, use more cores, you know, because the Giants editor is pretty primitive program. It doesn't really utilize, you know, any kind of resources from a powerful PC at all. And I also would like them to kind of incorporate kind of how Courseplay identifies field boundaries. I'd like them to incorporate something like that, a way to make field boundaries. I just think that's a no-brainer because, you know, what kind of farm field is a perfect square? Those would be cool features. See our X over there working the field, doing kind of short, bizarre passes. Not sure why Courseplay calculated it that way, but figured that was it was on automatic, so let's figure that's the most efficient. Kind of always had to adjust this unloading order depending on the Alright, so we're getting down here in this field, which is great. Who knows, maybe another hour or so. I just find it funny how Giants made these soybean plants. Oh man. I expected more, but at first when I remember when I first started playing the 17, I didn't know where the soybeans were because they looked like the wheat and barley. So this guy's doing some rounds, and then he's gonna do his headlands. And tempted to just kind of join these fields together. I think this would be another great field to own. It's kind of an awkward thing, but a lot of acres here. So this is our old dairy farm. These are some nice fields. We may have to come back over here and farm some of these fields just as a throwback. You know, they're not the biggest fields by any means, but you know, some decent acreage here. I think between all these little fields is like probably close to 200 acres. These little fields, maybe too small. It's either that, or we can kind of scout out some other fields. We're farming these two. Logically, it makes sense to pick up, you know, probably these two smaller fields over here. Nice corn and bean fields next to the schools that really aren't built yet. Pick up these two, well, technically 3 fields. These fields are a little too awkward and small. So this is a 160 acre cornfield. There's a couple nice fields back here. If we were to decide to play over here, it's just not really developed yet. This is a housing development, so missing a lot of trees and grass and whatnot over here, but these fields are pretty decent. You know, they're I mean, look at this field, it's completely flat. How boring is that? And then here's another huge field. Apparently it's a hay field, but I I wonder if a guy could fit an irrigation unit in there. Almost. I'd like to play over here, but it's not really developed, so it'd be kind of boring. Some nice fields, though. This is a big hay field. Why is this guy trying to go through a fence? Shadow Bob. The bean field I'm in right now, I think it's right around 300 acres, 290 or something. I'd have to double check. Does this tell us? Alright, so this guy's doing his headland passes now, which is great. This guy's gonna go hunt down our combine, which is also great. I don't know if you guys prefer in-cab view over, third-person view, but or a combination of the two. Gas coming in hot. So this guy's probably going to take us all the way down to the end here, pretty darn close. No, maybe not, he's unloading pretty quick. So I tried increasing the clip distance or the viewing distance for our crops a little bit, from like 80 to 100. I'm not sure if it makes a huge difference. Maybe a little bit. Spot on the field there. This guy's on his second headland pass. So, what is going on here? I'm assuming it's day 6, 7 through 9. We could still plant some wheat. We could plant some barley. We could plant some canola. We could plant radish, poplar, and grass. The harvest season's a little bit early in wheat, barley, sunflower. It's bizarre. Soybean and corn's a kind of a shorter planting and harvest season. Price for corn is going to be pretty bad here until midwinter. Price for beans also pretty bad until early mid-spring. Sugar beets, we don't really have sugar beets. There's no economy for that stuff. Crop moisture. Disallow threshing and crops have an excessive moisture of 20%. Okay. I'm assuming this is ground temperature that it's referring to. What's going on, Bandit? I'm doing fine. Just kind of sitting in my chair here, watching the live stream. Honestly, everything's kind of on autopilot here. Just upgraded my monitor to a 4K 20 from a 24 inch to a 27 inch. The 27 inch is a 4K monitor, and I have to say the picture is it's great, but I kind of thought it was gonna be a little bit more improved. But I guess my older monitor is actually a pretty good one. So. It's just that the image on my monitor is a little bit lighter than the image that's on my OBS, even though the two monitors are set up the same. So maybe, is it recording the shader mod? It should. We don't really need an extended auger. We're only running a 35-foot Draper head here, so. Am I gonna put a pivot in that field? There already is one. It's huge. It's 520 meter. Oh boy, here comes trouble. Yeah, I think those 2388s are pretty light in the rear. I think that guy, the YouTube channel, I think it's called like Born to Farm or something. I think they run a 2388 or something similar, and they had to put fluid in the rear tires, I think. Jake, aren't you gonna be like multiplayer or something? Jakey Poo. You crack me up, buddy. Jake, you are a D plus modder. Alright. Is my mic actually working this time?
No.
Assholes.
You should know better by now. Are we talking a solid $5 for the map? Because if I gotta send $3 more, it's a deal.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I say that's a solid $5 over there in them skips. Solid $5 from all of us.
Oh, look at that swather, that cattle trailer though.
It's lost it. Ripper fucking Roni. He's scrolling through the Discord lounge. Well, sucks to be dead. Right?
So I was talking to Colt today, and he's got like 60 days of PTO time to use up before November. So he's like, I'm gonna get a huge head start in modding for 19, take the whole month off.
Once they fucking come out with the sample mod and the new Giants editor, I'm gonna get shit ready.
Bitch better have that map ready to go by 19. That's all I gotta say.
You know what'd be nice is if Giants Editor used more than like 2 cores of your processor.
Why would that be cool?
Because then they wouldn't be slow as hell when you're trying to render stuff and work in GE.
Oh, I can't even imagine what that fucking map's like in GE.
It's actually not bad.
Really?
But it could be a lot better.
Why am I getting called an asshole?
Who's calling Jake an asshole? Ash hole.
Fuck you, I'm gonna show that message just so I put your ass in timeout.
I was gonna say, I was like, who the fuck? What the hell are you guys looking at?
I put in a chat, because you're not a moderator, you can't see it yet until somebody shows it.
Oh.
For some reason, I was making a joke about the 4 of us, and I don't know, he must have took it personal.
Fucking D plus is positive. We're passing at least.
D plus is not
That's fu-
passing.
That's fucking graduation if I've
No,
ever
it's
heard
not.
it. I fucking graduated, boy.
Yeah.
I know what D pluses are.
You can graduate with a D plus.
They let you graduate with a D plus?
In high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't?
He's a dentist, that's he's smart.
See, he should be used to getting D's. He's a dentist.
Get it? Because it's in the name.
Oh! Took me a minute to figure that one out here.
It's not so smart.
No comprehension.
I don't
No, he's not.
spell so good.
That reminds me of fucking, what's the movie?
Zoolander.
They beat the shit out of the guy in his sleep. He's in boot camp or some shit, and he says he sleeps real. Oh, what the fuck is that movie called? Son of a bitch.
I gotta see if there's any other Letterkenny seasons on I need to download while we're not on the server.
Oh, Hacksaw Ridge.
Hmm?
Great movie.
There's 5 seasons.
So did you guys hear that you can have multiple owners in MP for 19 now? And they're
Yeah,
like,
you can buy
you can
farms."
compete! It's like, since when are you competing in farming?
They're doing that fucking tournament. Everybody's competing in farming, trying to get that ground, especially around here. Everybody's like fucking, they'll straight up throw hands over some farm ground.
You know, the only winner in farming is the landowner.
Yep.
The
No,
land-
and the guy that owns the ground. If you own the ground and you rent it out to somebody, you're just winning. So
Yeah, that's what I mean, the landowner. The guy that owns the ground but doesn't farm. He gets
Yeah,
all the
he
tax
just-
advantages, he gets all the equity, and he assumes no risk.
yeah, especially if it's a share rent, like 60-40. Oh my god.
I'd be mad if I already have all the Letterkenny seasons and I just re-download them. Nope, I'm missing some.
In buildable farms, yeah, whatever that means, I'm sure it's gonna be basic as hell.
Modders to the rescue.
I think it's an order pizza kind of night here.
Must be batching it. Yeah, I guess you're not married.
Yeah. He's pretty close. They basically have a kid together with that puppy.
Eh,
Even though he never gets to take share of the Instagram account.
hopefully they update the textures for the soybeans and shit in 19. That'd be great.
I'd rather them update the corn texture that has like 12 fucking ears of corn on it.
Why do you think it's 700 bushel corn?
They got some, I don't know what kind of dirt they got over there, but we need it. Got some hellacious dirt over there, apparently.
They got that miracle grow.
Fucking next level. Next gen dirt.
It's GMO dirt.
Alright, now that I spent all morning fighting with fucking windows and mirrors, good to go.
That's what you think.
That's how I look at it and then go, oh shit, this is still broke.
Are any of you guys into Corvettes?
Dusty probably is, you know, that whole midlife crisis.
If they definitely come out with that mid-engine Corvette at the end of this year, definitely think I'm gonna get it.
Alright, we get it, you're fucking rich, okay? Leave us alone.
Well, no, it's not like it's a Ferrari or anything. It's a Corvette, but it still looks cool as fuck.
We still broke ass bitches though.
This guy is saying he ate Miracle Grow when he's a kid. That's why he was
Probably
6
also
foot going into
fucking
8th
picked
grade.
out the Tide Pods.
I ate Play-Doh as a kid once.
I don't know if it's possible to make it through your childhood without eating Play-Doh. Honestly, I do not think it's possible.
I didn't.
Shut the fuck up, Dusty. It's because you didn't have to, though. You ate dirt.
That's for damn sure. I ate plenty of dirt.
I'm still eating dirt today.
Oh man, I ate some questionable things. I was also the youngest out of all my cousins, so
You got forced to do it.
yeah.
Family gatherings were interesting.
You know those big ticks that look like grapes?
No.
One of those.
No, almost. Then parents stepped in and got, they got involved. I don't remember it, but apparently it happened. That's the kind of childhood I had.
Older brother used to eat worms all the time.
Worms? That's bizarre. Oh, this guy missed a lot.
Trash workers.
Hard to find good help.
That's what you get for using Courseplay.
I don't think you'd be any better.
You had to be a lot better than that.
I don't have any boundaries on the edge of the map, so.
It'd be a big giant penis in the middle of that field.
What are you?
You don't,
Steering wheel and
Jake, you don't happen to have a lunchbox full of dick pictures, do you?
full of good talk.
I wonder if you got issues.
Can't hear you now. See your light is lighting up.
Me or him?
Him.
Who, me? field here.
Time for some IC controls. Damn, at FarmCon, Giants' big deal that they did. FarmCon. I guess it's today and tomorrow or some shit. The fucking chairs, the crowd is packed.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. I figured there'd be a whopping 25 people show up.
People are like obsessed with the game over there.
Oh man. Just like people are here.
It's a fun game.
We're clearly obsessed with it.
It's a my drug.
Like, I like playing it, but I'm not to the point where I'm gonna buy a Farm Sim t-shirt and hat and go hang out, you know?
Out into public and like, hey, look at me, I'm a fucking idiot.
Right. thing just sucks fuel. not real sure what's going on with the lift axle wheels actually.
Is it broke?
I have like two, I don't know, two things showing up at the same time. It's really weird.
Trash mod.
The lift axle never worked on it, so I don't know what's going on.
Who's T880?
Custom modding.
Kenworth.
Oh.
Custom garbage.
Calm down there, bud. Calm down. Not everybody's as good of a modder as you are.
Wonder, does this guy have enough X's in his name? Just curious.
I was wondering that.
X, X, X.
X.
Apparently space button doesn't work.
Extra special.
Death to Dawn. I mean, it's pretty creepy.
Super dark.
Sounds almost like a band name, but
Yeah, it looks like you might have a config messed up or something.
I think I deleted a node, so maybe the node order is off.
Ripperoni.
whoops.
Because I was trying to get this lift axle to actually fold. Is it moving? Let's see here. Nope, doesn't
Yeah,
move.
you have both fender options there too. Or not, yeah, fender and the mud flap. Interesting.
Just trying to figure out why this game is lagging.
Trash game.
reporting a black screen.